friends, it's Becca with Beautiful Mess Plans. I am back to plan another week. I just needed a day off. And a day off, I mean just, I didn't feel like filming last week. I just wanted to set it up on my own. This is how it turned out. I actually, instead of using the pen that I normally use, which is like a Sharpie pen, which is how this turns out, and I write in all caps when I use that, I decided I didn't want to, and I actually just used this pen that I got with my Hobonichi, and I wrote with my normal handwriting, which my husband pointed out, you know, like, the only reason that this one is easier to read is because it's darker, but, you know, it doesn't matter because it's my planner and I can read my handwriting just fine. So anyway, this is how this current week has turned out. It is currently Friday when I am filming this. I have the windows open, so if you hear sounds, sorry, hopefully it's not too loud. And I also have my 4-year-old behind me, so hopefully she stays quiet. She's currently playing ABC Mouse. So anyway, let's just jump into this week. Let me check something really quick. Okay, that's what I thought. Which is another kind of crazy week again. We're really in the last end of the year push. I'm gonna get scissors and trim these. So I did these, I put these date covers on last week and I actually really liked it. So I may not do this every single month, but these were just so cute. And I won't have enough, I don't think, for the entire month, but I'll have enough for most weeks. So I don't know. I thought they were cute, and I was playing last week because I planned by myself, obviously, because I did not film. But I'm trying something different. So normally I would be filming, I had been filming on Sundays, but the problem that I was having with filming on Sundays is that I would have to film on Sundays. And even though I do this for fun, I don't, you know, make any money from it. It still felt like something I was doing for work. And I don't work on the weekends. I don't do my shop stuff on the weekends ever. I mean, I shouldn't say ever. Occasionally I have to do something for the weekend for something specific. But for the most part, I don't do anything on the weekends. I treat this as like my weekday job. So I was having trouble being motivated to film because doing it during the week was not, you know, doing it on the weekend was not something I wanted to do. So I thought for a while, I'm going to try doing this actually on Friday during my working time, which I work, in case you're curious. I run my shop. I've talked about this before, but I run my shop on like 2 to 3 hours a day in the afternoons from like noon-ish to about 3. Well, okay, maybe about 3:20-ish before I have to go get my big kids from school. So it's not a lot of time, but because those are my working hours, I decided that I'm going to figure out how to fit filming into my working hours, like on Fridays when I kind of do, I tend to like to do less tasks anyway. And what it means by filming on Fridays, not that you care this much, is that I actually also have the weekend to kind of think through what tasks I need to do for the next week in case I forgot anything or need to start, you know, I start thinking ahead and then I want to jot down things I need to do for the next week on that next spread. But if I haven't planned it till Sunday, then I have nowhere to write it down. I mean, I do, you know, another piece of paper would work just fine, but it gives me somewhere to, you know, have right then. So, hold please. That was like 0 seconds for you, but her app froze. So, and since she's 4, oh, there it is. Since she's 4, her skills of how to force stop an app, it's not there. So, yeah, the risk I take of filming on Fridays is obviously I have a kid around because my husband's not home. He works a 9-to-5 job. But so I have a kid around, which could mean more interruptions. And during the summer, it means I have 3 kids around. But I think ultimately I'm going to be happier and be more consistent. Not that I'm like not been consistent, but because, sorry, something stuck to my finger. But because, again, I'm doing this for fun, but it also feels like work. I don't want to do it on weekends. So I cannot find ends to any of my washi tape today. I don't know what the deal is. There it is. I can't find anything. So anyway, I hope last week went well for everyone. It was, this last week has been good. Fairly quiet. We had animal tales. My daughter made it to round 2 of the Battle of the Books competition that they did. And so we went back up again to see round 2 yesterday, actually, which was Thursday. We went back up to see her second round, and they won. So now they're going on to the finals next week against 5th graders. She's in 4th grade. So Battle of the Books is basically, kids can sign up over the course of the year to do this Battle of the Books competition where they're given a set of books. There are 12 books in all different genres. So it kind of gets them reading outside of what they would typically pick for themselves. But reading out all different books, 12 different books on different genres. And then they're on a team. There's like 4 to 5 of them, depending on the team. And they have to read the books. And then at the end of the year, right now, they are in a competition basically of answering questions about the books. So they go back and forth. It's a whole bracket thing. There's several teams. It's fun, and she's had a really good time with it. And their team has done obviously well because they're going on to the finals against the 5th graders. There's a 5th grade team that has made it. So they're going against the 5th graders. And I think they're a little nervous, but they're really excited because it's in front of not just like parents, how it was this last 2 rounds, but in front of, I think, all of 4th, all of 5th, and maybe 3rd grade as well. So, but they'll do great. Even if they don't win, they've still done really, really well, and they should be very proud of themselves. So that's next Monday. So I need to make sure that I mark that. But that's been kind of a fun thing for her this year. So actually I'm going to shorten my arrow because I have to stop early that day. Let me make sure there's nothing else before. That's the wrong month. There we go. Yeah, Thursday I have to stop early too, but should be the only days. So that's been really fun, and reading is so up her alley. My oldest, I mean, all my kids love books. They all love to read. They all love books, which I love. I love that they love to read, but especially my oldest. She has so many books. Actually, I was just thinking this afternoon about rearranging her room and adding another bookshelf because she's like, Mom, I have books on my floor. I try to put them away, but I don't have room. And as long as that girl wants to read, I will buy her books and I will encourage her to read because reading is good. Reading is awesome. And she was telling me that in 5th grade, they have this challenge to read like 40 books over the course of the year. And I'm like, kid, you read like 40 books in a month. So I think you'll be good. So she will read just about anything. We have learned that thrillers and horrors are not her favorite genre, which is fine. She had to read a couple for this Battle of the Books, and she got through them. I'm really impressed because it took her, those are the longest I've ever seen her take to get through a book. But she got through them, and I'm super proud of her for that because she was freaked out by them for sure. Okay, so I have my workout stuff. I think, let me get out my dot marker so we can mark down mallets because that's still going on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I think what I'm going to do is I thought I had, there they are. Vacation countdown. So in June, we are going on a vacation. it's just like a family trip. And with the 5 of us, a little road trip type thing. I talked about it in my May setup, even though we're not going in May. I talked about it then. But on the 11th is 30 days until we go. And I have this vacation countdown that is in my shop that I want to mark down. I don't know that I'm going to do every day. How did I do this? Oh, I bent my page. I did it over a little bit. We'll just mark it here. So I don't know if I want to put these on every single day, but maybe like 30 and then 20 and then 10, and then we'll count down from there. And then I may use these again for when we go to the beach. But this is in my shop. They're my posies. You can get them in the 7 different like skin tone and hair color options if you're interested in something like that. So there's that. I'm trying to think if there's any other basics I need to put down. I think that's it. So let's go ahead and mark what I have going on for the week. Let's get the box stickers out. So, okay. So this week, I think I should mark, it is Teacher Appreciation Week, and somehow I am completely in charge of it. So I need to mark that down, and then probably somewhere, maybe over here, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'm going to write down what I need to take care of for each week or each day, because there's things I need to take in on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah. So I need to make sure that I have, you know, what I need for each day, but I need my kids to do something specific on it's a whole thing. But I'm going to mark down Teacher Appreciation Week up there. And then let's move this out of the way. And I know I'm not going to the grocery store this week on Monday because I have to take my cat to the vet. Nothing major. It's like her regular checkup, which I'm absolutely dreading because I'll be honest with you, my cat's a bit of a nightmare. No, I love her. She is, we adopted her almost 14 years ago from like, I don't know, PetSmart or something. She was so scrawny. She looked like a kitten, but they said she was 2. But she looked like a kitten. She was so small. And we have had her for, you know, like I said, 14 years. And it was just like a year and a half ago, for the very first time, did she come out for my mother, like, who's been around quite a bit. And she's just so skittish and so scared. And that's too big for that space. She is just, we think she was abused, honestly, because this is bigger than I need, but I think we're just going to use it. She wouldn't come out. So it took her, after we adopted her, it took her, I don't know, a good month or so for her to come out for me. Like, we just have to go find her under the bed and be like, it's okay. And then she'd start coming out for just me during the day. And then as soon as my husband got home, she was gone. Like, she would hide. We wouldn't see her, you know, unless we looked for her. We wouldn't see her the rest of the day, the rest of the time. And then finally, after like 3 months of that, she would only come out when he was home at night. Only, like, once it was dark. And she's a mostly black cat, so she kind of blended in. And then it was about 3 months of that before all was good. So we think that she was abused by a man, because she's very, very, very skittish, but she's even more skittish around men. So we think that, and she's not like a typical cat. She won't climb into things. She doesn't like anywhere where she could potentially get herself cornered. She won't climb into boxes. She won't, like, even if it's the big box, she will not climb into it. So unfortunately, we think she was abused, but she adores my husband. I mean, like, they are thick as thieves. She lays on me every night, and only because I think he gets too hot. So she doesn't lay on him, but if she could, she would lay on him because she just absolutely adores him. So yeah, but she's a really good cat. She's so soft. She's so kind. She's such a good girl. She's just, and we think she's been through some stuff. So she's getting older now, a little crumpier, but long story short, she's not going to be happy with me on Monday because I have to take her to the vet. I'm just kind of rambling today, I guess. And none of my colors match. Like, I know that they're all from the same thing, but I'm just like all over the place. So taking her to the vet. This is for the Battle of the Books thing I'm going out for. On Tuesday, my son has a field trip. It's just within like the school district, so parents aren't going, but I wanted to mark that because I like to know where they are because they're my kids. And then on Thursday, this is for a poetry cafe that my daughter's class is doing. Actually, I wonder if I can peel this off. Which I know nothing about. She said they're bringing home invitations today, and knowing her, she will want me to, I'm trying not to rip my page. She will want me to be there because she wants me to come to everything, which I love, but we're at the end of the year and there's so many things and I'm so tired. I'm thinking of making this smaller. I did not cut that even like a tiny bit. I did not cut that even. I think I just did dirty to that box. This box is not looking so good now. I can't use this box. It's gonna drive me nuts. That's okay. So let's just use this box. So anyway, it's a poetry cafe and she wants me to come up for that. And then Friday they have field day, which I'm not volunteering for. I've never volunteered for field day. I have nowhere to take my youngest. That's one thing that I tell them, I'm not, sorry, you're out of luck. So, yeah. And then Sunday is Mother's Day. So I'm going to use this box and then I'm going to use this here. And what our plans are, I don't know. I'm not in charge. It's not for me to figure out. I told my husband, I'm not cooking. You're on your own. So I think that's it for the week. I marked down her mallets like normal. So I think we can decorate. I kept it super simple last week. I literally only did this over here. So let's see what we have. I feel even though I planned last week, I always feel so out of practice. This is crooked. I always feel so out of practice when I haven't done it for, on camera. I don't know what it is. I don't need that. I'm going to keep this and this. So I feel like a little bit of a hot mess. So I always feel like I can do something a little bit bigger here. I could do a quote. I like this one. The power of finding beauty in the humblest things makes home happy and life lovely. My guess is it says L.M. Alcott, which Louisa May, who wrote Little Women, which is one of my favorite movies, but I've never actually read the book. That's on my list, my life list of things to accomplish. I keep looking back like I'm forgetting something. I don't think I am, but I feel like I am. So I was gonna put something here, but I think I'm gonna leave that list because last week I used up a lot of it, but if I'm also gonna mark down what we're doing for teacher appreciation, I don't wanna take that space. So maybe we'll just do some flowers. Keep it real simple. I've been big into keeping my week simple, and then I go a little bit more all out when I decorate. So my inner pages, my daily journal pages. So I don't know, I'm kind of content with just that because I always feel like right now at the end of the year, everything is kind of creeping up on me and there's just a lot of things at once. So I think I'm going to keep it here and just keep it real simple. So sorry for the rambly video. I really rambled and about whatever. So anyway, I think that's all I have. And thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.